Hello there, lovely people. It's Alex from Nintendo Live here, and I'm not alone. I'm joined by Mr. Xeon.
I brought my scissors. Are those going to be necessary today?
No, I'm going to be doing all the cutting as it happens.
Oh,
no, John, though he's busy editing as we do this. So good on him. We got a lot to do because Xeon and I are both off next week.
Oh yeah.
We planned it well. So yes, today we're going to be dissecting the Pokemon Legends Arceus trailer that they only bloomin' went and released in the Pokemon Presents. And so yeah, we're going to do that. They had, they explained some things, but they didn't explain everything. So I don't know about you, Xeon, but are you ready? I'm ready.
I'm excited. There were a lot of things that I originally missed in this. Like when we just did our chat, I had no idea that they really covered the battles. So long story short, yes, I'm very excited.
Let's hit the play button then. So as this is a tale of long ago when the lives of humans and Pokemon were still separate. That's a cool thing, but there's nothing really to dissect there. Right. So here we are at the moment. There's not really a lot to say here except the game does look to be relatively low resolution, doesn't it?
Yeah, I hate to be one of those people that like points at the trees and then talks about how terrible they look, and they don't look awful. But I guess they're flat-ish looking leaves kind of, if you just stare at this image long enough, I think they will get to you.
Yeah, it still looks better than the wild area trees, at least. But at the end of the day, this is a much bigger environment. There are a lot more trees as well, more Pokemon. We can see the Bidoof and the Starly and things like that. And you can see that it stretches out pretty damn far. We're not quite sure how big this world is going to be yet, but yeah, also rating pending. That's interesting. Let's move on. So it just pans up here.
I hope it's M.
Yeah, nothing really to speak of. The flowers look quite nice at the bottom. And we get another sweeping shot here with Cricketot and things like that. Well, no, it's just Cricketot, in fact. And in fact, let's go back just a smidgen. There we go. So there we can see a bloomin' big volcano in the background.
Is that Mount Coronet? I'm not sure.
I believe it might be. It's either that or it's going to be Stark Mountain, which is more of it. It looks kind of volcano-y, but this is in the past. So Mount Coronet could have been more active in the past. It may not even be active, but it's got that kind of classic volcano shape, hasn't it? Mm-hmm. And no doubt is a reference, I'm sure, to Mount Fiji, being a big mountain looking over the landscape. And there's clear, heavy Japanese, sort of ties to this game. A lot of Japanese stylings. So that makes sense in my mind.
Yeah.
Moving on. Here we go. We got some Weasel, some Floatzel. And honestly, if you blur your eyes, this really looks like Breath of the Wild.
It does. Yeah, if you squint a little. Yep.
Yeah, even those that sort of archway made up of two pointy things really looks like kind of looks like Spiral Island or like Lurlin.
There's definitely a shrine out there, isn't there?
Yeah. I really do like the cliffs in the background as well, those steep cliffs. It's just a much more dynamic landscape than we've ever seen before.
I will say the art style too, just kind of looking at it from this far away perspective as well, makes it look almost more sort of hand-drawn and cel-shaded. I guess, when you look at the mountain that's far off in the distance versus this one that we have over here, I guess it just, usually mountains and things, as they lose textures, as they, as you get further away from them, they sometimes look worse. I almost feel like the ones that are in the background look better. I don't know why.
I think maybe it's, distance is doing it favors in the slight fog that's going over it. It kind of hides some of the details, but yeah, I know what you mean. That one that's kind of in the foreground looks okay, but it looks a little bit blurry in places. I must admit though, the clouds look surprisingly good. They're weirdly crisp.
They do. You're right. Those are beautiful.
Yeah. Let's move on a bit. Now we got some Yanmar, we got some Turtwig here, and they seem to be happy. So that shows that Turtwig and Yanmar can live side by side. Who knew?
I wonder if this game is going to use a real-time clock as well. So I'm pretty out of the loop. Have any previous Pokemon games done that? That hasn't happened in a while, has it?
Yeah, they did it in Gold and Silver. That was the big thing, and then they kind of did it in Sun and Moon. But if you played Sun, then it was relative to your location. If you did Moon, then it was relative opposite to your location. So the daytime would be nighttime and vice versa. I think I'd prefer a more sort of a more sort of rapid, sort of time. So, sort of a faster rotation, as it were. But I think that's a fairly safe bet, actually. And there's also these strange sort of like bushes at this point by those trees on the left. I don't know whether they're... I'm guessing maybe that's just like a long grass alternative. It almost looks like a weirdly like short, almost like a bamboo or something. I mean, it doesn't quite look like bamboo, but do you know what I mean?
Could it be like a resource? Yeah, could it be like a resource that we're like potentially going to farm or something? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We're getting through this quite quickly, actually, because, there we go. You can see the player sneaking up on to Pillar Swine and... no, not Pillar Swine. There's two...
Is that Mamoswine, right?
No, Mamoswine's the third evolution. There's Swinub, two Swinub and a Pillar Swine.
Oh, you're right.
My brain did a wobbly. And again, more sort of like landscape in the background there. Icy area. Yeah, it looks really like Breath of the Wild, doesn't it?
It does. I like that they're at least showing us so many different areas right off the bat. That's nice to see.
Yeah, and we get a look at some routes here and a Gardevoir, and at the top there, what appears to be... That doesn't necessarily look like a natural structure, that sort of stone structure.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I mean,
yeah, like a statue, like handmade of some sorts, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like an ancient sort of carved stone thing of some description. Not entirely sure about that, but, it's entirely possible.
Oh, Ponyta.
Yeah, we got some Ponyta there, and Clefairy. Was there anything to speak of in the Ponyta? It's just another wide open area.
hanging in the background. Yeah,
Rapidash.
So.
Good eyes. At a glance, I just thought it was another Ponyta.
They do look a lot alike.
They are similar, yes. One even looks like the evolution of another. Crazy. Got some Clefairy very suitably out under the moon and everything, which I think that's pretty clear that there is going to be like a day-night cycle of some description.
I do really like this shot too, even here. I think, you bringing up the clouds earlier, this paints like a really nice picture for just like how like not important, but how much effort they've put into the sky details. Because this almost, in places, if you start to look at the grass that's like trailing along the first Clefairy there, it doesn't look so great, but the rest of it is very picturesque to me at least.
Yeah, I do think the stylization, the art style works really well under this low sort of like, not direct light, but this lower sort of more contrast heavy kind of scene. I think it looks a lot more striking. It's a shame we don't get that more in the daytime, but, I'm just glad that it looks this good, at least here. And then we've got a desert scene, we got some Shellos and Gastrodon, and that's about it, and some basic looking like dead trees. But yeah, again, it's, it's a new biome. We've got desert, and that's great.
It'd be so cool if like a wild Pokemon could pop out of the hole of that tree there. And
that'd be fantastic.
That would be a place that you could just catch a particular Pokemon if you scouted it for, a few minutes or something.
Yeah, or it's like a rare thing, or you have to like put a berry in there and that gets its attention. And it comes out or something. Yeah, there's a lot of potential here. I don't really want to speculate too much on stuff like that because I just feel like I'm going to be disappointed.
Hey, it's fun to dream though.
It is, and we can also see it's raining as well, as you can see from the. Yeah, let's go back. Yep, definitely rain right there, which shows potentially a weather system.
Wait. Can you go back a little bit more? Is that like that's not a boat off in the distance, right? Or is that maybe that's just a tree out there?
You know what?
Like on the left there?
It does look like a boat, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Blimey,
I mean, it could just be...
eyes.
I mean, hey, you went backwards. It worked out.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. It could be a tree or something, but that definitely looks like the bow of a ship, really, doesn't it? Or the back. I forget what it's called. Stern, maybe? That sounds about right. But yeah, no, good eyes. That could be a tree as well. Instead, but no, look, it's like there's like mast. You see the lines, just see them.
Oh, you're right. You're totally right.
Still definitely not 100% sure it is a ship, but it's definitely more likely. Well done for spotting that. I completely missed that. We see this. This is one of the new Pokemon. This is Weird here, I believe.
Oh, right. You said the evolution of Stantler?
Yes, evolution
that right?
of Stantler, okay. Not the one that you said from Gen 5.
Not Sawsbuck.
To be fair, it's a large male deer with antlers. I can't blame you for that one. Nothing else really to say in this. It's not heavy on the detail. It's got a beard. It's a deer. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Here we go. Now we're starting to get into the deeper areas. So this is let's go back a little bit there. So this is the main town, which I've forgotten the name of, and I'm going to look up very quickly. Jubilife. It's called Jubilife. Jubilife Village, apparently. It's not a town, it's a village, which fair enough. And as you can see there's the, I say Team Galactic. I didn't even say it, but the Galaxy Expedition Team, you can see that's their main building back there. So clearly a prominent part. We can see loads of different houses here, people standing around doing things. This woman standing outside our house, living the good life. I don't think she moves. No,
and she's a trainer, by the way. Did you notice that?
She is. She's got a Pokeball. Right. Yeah, well, she may not be a trainer per se, but she's clearly involved with Pokemon in some form.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, because I guess we don't really have. There aren't really trainers that we know of really in this game, are there? Or is that kind of an unknown thing still?
I think it's still an unknown. But I mean, I would like there to be trainer battles. But we just don't know at the moment. Nice touch with the fish on the roof, because that's a very typical East Asian feature.
Oh, is it?
I hasten not to say Japanese, because I think most territories in East Asia that use it claim it as their own.
Funny.
Maybe somebody can tell us in the comments where it originally comes from, but every time I think I know, somebody tells me otherwise. But here we go. Yep, we've got I think this is from the other side now. We're kind of looking back at where we were, just about. In fact, I think we can, because you can see the water wheel just there. Can you see
you're
that?
Right. Nice.
Yeah, the water
nice
wheel.
Spot,
so we're looking back,
right
and you
to the
see
left of it.
Bell Tower there. I mean, the town's not, the village isn't full of people, but it's a village. You wouldn't expect it to be full of people. And they're not popping in from a kilometer away, so that's good.
Hey, it's interesting, too, to see that they have, there's a gate right at the front there that kind of, or the arch that kind of is the entryway to the town. But it looks like if you look off into the distance behind those trees there, it almost looks like the rest of the town or the village isn't gated off either. There's no fence or anything that we can see.
No, it may well be that they're using the cliffs that you can see on the back there as kind of like a natural border.
Okay.
But we don't know. Maybe the village stretches further. Maybe there is a sort of a continuation of the wall and we just can't see it. Maybe we'll see it in a minute.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, maybe it's bigger than
water.
It seems.
Looks pretty damn good, doesn't it? I mean, it's not super lifelike, but it's just pleasant to look at. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's carry on. And we've got here, this is clearly, those look like scissors to me. So I'm guessing that's some sort of styling thing. Haircuts.
I was looking over to the left at the shovel and I was like, where do you see scissors? But yeah, you're right. Totally.
Yeah. And there's another, what looks like it could be a shop on the left, to the left of that as well. No signs out the front. So it might just be a bit of scenery or something, but actually you can see in the background just there is a fence. So I think they are using the cliffs, but then the fence for the areas that the cliffs don't cover.
You're totally right.
Yeah.
I wonder too if these shops potentially have anything to do with the what was was it Wide Deer? Was that the new
Weird
the name
Deer?
Of the
I think it's playing off Weird, maybe.
Okay. I wonder if these buildings here have anything to do with the fact that I remember in the trailer they made a point to mention that Weird Deer are used, their fur are used for many things within the town, like clothing and winter
prized.
Clothing. Yeah, so I wonder if those buildings will have anything to do with that, or if, like you said, if they will just be haircutting facilities.
Yeah, I mean, both are likely, but I do think that character customization is arguably a given in this one, so I would have thought that this is haircuts, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see, won't we?
Yeah.
And so moving on, woman sweeping. I just want to double check there's nothing there right at the edge. No, there appears to be some sort of drying some sticks tied together to dry something or something. I don't know. Over there on the far right-hand side. But circumstantial. This is the same kind of shot again. I've just noticed. Look in the background there. Do you see those chimneys that are based on Galarian wheezing?
Yeah.
I did not notice that before.
Yeah, I had no idea either. I guess I wouldn't have expected that at all.
No, because you sort of think, I mean, realistically, Galarian Weezing is based visually on the design of like the Industrial Revolution. I mean, you could say that art imitates life in the Pokemon universe, or life imitates art, whatever. And, therefore they got the idea from that, in this universe. But either way, that's a Galarian Weezing, all right. No doubt about it. Nothing else I can really see here. Is anything leaping out to you?
Nothing really, no.
No. Oh, well, let's move out. There's the player trainer. Ooh. Whoa. We've seen them before. They're clear, like, inspirations from Diamond and Pearl protagonists. But we've seen that guy before, so we're not going to worry too much. There he is again. And there's the lady form. Let's go back a bit. So you can see that they have different outfits. I really hope they don't limit the haircuts or like the outfits, like the clothing options to specific gender of players, because that would be really irritating. Because I remember in Sword and Shield, female characters could have these really cool boots, and they were just boots, and the male characters can have them. Really annoyed me.
Oh no.
Yeah. But yeah, not much else to say about that. We've seen them before. This is a new character. Whoa, there he is. This is the head of the Galaxy Expedition team. I forget his name off the top of my head, so I'm going to call him Jonathan.
I like that. Can the rest of the characters also be just called Jonathan as well?
We don't know. We will have to see. Moving on, we've got this other character. This is Lady John. This is kind of like your commander, as it were, and she'll take you on expeditions. Sorry, set you out on expeditions. She's got a lot of paperwork there.
Lots of expeditions to go on.
Yeah, so hopefully that means there's going to be a lot of content in the game. No major things I can see of. What looks like maybe some sort of like diagram of the village there on the whiteboard. I say whiteboard on the board on the right there. Sorry, the left. Sorry, I was thinking her right. And then here's the chap. This is the professor who gives you your Pokemon, which I think we'll be seeing in just a moment. And as you can see back there, clearly some sort of like floor plan for the building that we are currently in. And here's the Pokemon you can choose from. I do actually really like that that's a good shot right there. They were like, rah! They've done a mix of from different generations. I like that. That's kind of fun.
Me too. That is really nice. At first I think I felt a little miffed that we didn't get just new starters in general, but then I realized, of course, as well that they pulled from different regions, and that was fun, or different eras maybe of Pokemon.
Yeah. I don't know the context, sort of the canonical reason why they're here, but I don't care, frankly. And here we move out, we get a sweeping shot. Whoa, and they do it at 60 frames a second for some reason, despite it's because they just sped up the footage. But this is another very Breath of the Wild shot.
Right.
Like big, flat, open landscapes.
Yeah, this is the moment where I was like writing Breath of the Wild just over and over again on a sheet of paper. Like I was in a trance, and then I snapped out of it eventually. But
there's not really a lot to say here, though, is there? I mean, it's a beautiful landscape, but is there really anything to say?
We can't really see, like, there's no other villages that we can see. I mean, there's like a big kind of cliff off in the distance there that we'll get to explore, but yeah, otherwise, actually, if you look to the left, there is a little like hut almost, or maybe that's a village.
I'm not sure. Maybe that's where we shot of that. I think that might be one of the like the sort of the base camp locations.
Oh right, okay.
Where you can heal up and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that seems to be
make sense. That's a good point.
Seems to be the only landmark apart from that sort of large jutting out bit of rock off on the right. Mm-hmm. But don't even know if that's of any significance whatsoever. Whoa, another shot. A man-made bridge in the background. So it's clear that it's not like super. In fact, if you look on the cliffs, sort of to the up and left of the waterfalls there, those harsh edges, they look man-made.
And what is this on the right over here too? There's like something red and something yellow.
They look like plants or something, like sort of bushes of flowers. Mm-hmm. And we got a couple of Chimchar here, and That looks like
Is that
something else.
Chingling?
Oh, yeah, Chingling. I was about to say.
Chingling?
I
Okay.
couldn't quite work out what it was on the left one and realized there was another one that's a lot clearer. Yeah, there's Chingling there. Chimeco's pre-evolution. So, decent variety. Baneri there. And can't really see anything there. Maybe another man-made structure in the background there. Like really off in the distance. Sure. But it's so far away, it's hard to tell. Interesting. There appears to be almost like a vignette here. It might just be... I think it's just circumstantial shadows.
Oh, yeah.
But there does appear to be some sort of vignette around the screen.
It does, yeah. Good spot.
Yeah, a Buizel that's sleeping. So that's an interesting thing. It's definitely not Tails from the Sonic the Hedgehog series. Sneaking up as well.
As I wish it was.
Wake up. I wonder if there is going to be like a proper stealth mechanic for sleeping Pokemon and there's like sound taken into account as well. You know, like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. This would make like an encounter with Abra. It would make it feel way more satisfying, I think.
Yeah, because you could actually maybe catch it on your first try. And then,
right.
There. we got a Hippodon, and it's pre-evolution that escapes me. Hippopotas?
I can't. I was gonna say hippopotamus, but that's
Hippopotas. You were really close. I mean, like it's basically hippopotamus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't see any other Pokemon in this area. There's a dead log. But yeah.
I can't see anything either.
Now we actually get to see some arguably gameplay, and this is compressed really nastily. I think it's mainly YouTube because it doesn't like grass. But we can see a number of different things here. What appears to be pressing the minus button, like you can see the HUD here. The minus button appears to be maybe like some sort of storage, maybe?
Oh, sure. Okay.
I mean, it kind of looks like a smartphone. Not gonna lie.
It does.
I really hope it's not a smartphone. Because that would kind of break the sort of... I mean, maybe it's just menu or something. But then we've got like items on the up on the D-pad, which appears to be maybe like a trainer license, berries, and Pokeballs or something.
Yeah, maybe that minus button will be your options and things like that. And then, because then the up also has probably like your player stats and your Pokemon there too, it looks like.
Yeah, and then down appears to be like maybe saving or your journal or your quest or something.
Sure, that makes sense. Your ability to take notes, things like that, I guess.
Yeah.
And like you said, your quest, that makes sense.
And then over on the right, we've got the different Pokeballs, and it looks like you can swap out by pressing X, like swapping out different Pokeballs. Or maybe it's cycling through whatever's there and you can have like 3 different things or something. I'd like to think there are other items you can use, but who knows? Wurmple, Beautifly. A Wurmple can evolve. That was a big revelation. And they're throwing there. Good. I'm just going to make sure the counter goes down. It does. 14 to 13. Amazing.
So simple. I love that dodge roll and then the throw. That was smooth.
Yeah, but look down in the bottom right now. You've got Pokemon on the HUD.
Interesting. So I wonder do you think the X button is maybe what swaps between? Well, I don't know. I don't know if that would swap between having Pokeballs out or versus just swapping your actual Pokemon.
Maybe. I've got a feeling that they throw a Pokeball at this Growlithe later on in the trailer, so we'll be able to see.
Okay.
They just seem to throw a Pokeball. No, they're throwing the Vulpix out. This is a battle starting.
Oh, you're right.
Absolutely, 100%. That Growlithe there. And yeah.
See, I thought originally when we watched the trailer, I thought that the trainer threw a ball and missed.
Yeah, that's what I thought, I must admit.
You're right.
But yeah, no, it's good to know that it isn't. Shows the level of the Pokemon there as well. The water doesn't look as good from a distance, not going to lie. But water's a tricky one to get right because it's basically a big flat plane. And we've got here, like, we can see all the different moves and everything and swapping between the 2 different stances, which I don't think they show off. There we go, quick attack. It's not very effective. It's not very effective, bub. And they're throwing a Pokeball to catch it. So you can still catch Pokemon the traditional way. It seems you don't have to just throw Pokeballs at them.
That's a good point.
See anything else here noteworthy before we move on to this area? Now, this appears to be another base camp.
Oh yeah, and this is different than the one that we saw before. At least it looks like it is. But
yeah, and we can see actually, they've got an Xbox Series S.
I was just gonna say that. Thank you so much.
This is just a base camp like we've seen before. Interestingly, the professor's here this time. I don't know whether he's there all the time, but and there's some generic Goober on the left as well, who appears, and here's the character running up to the professor, and he's like, I don't care, I've got nothing to say to you. I can't really see anything else here.
Nothing else that I can make out either. I mean, you have like there's the chest there that it looks like you'll be able to, maybe you can drop some of your resources in and pull out new Pokeballs or something like that. Or
yeah, which suggests maybe limited resources, which hasn't been in a Pokemon thing for ages.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think about that at all. But it's very much that's a thing for just a normal action adventure game. But yeah, you're right. That's not a thing in Pokemon normally.
Yeah, 100%. Trenta Percenta. And here we got some ruins. Now, these look even older than the rest of the region. Like, these are ancient. These look very Greek or Roman, really, don't they?
Yeah. That's a good point. Because, where did these even come from in that regard? Then, who had the ability to make these? So, I guess we'll find out.
Well, hopefully, or maybe they're just some generic ruins that they've thrown in because they look like ruins. But we get to see some more of them of a different color up here. They've painted them so they match the wood. I'm guessing maybe there's a distinction between them. Maybe. Oh my god, look at those trees in the background. They're so Breath of the Wild. It looks just like the Akala region. It really does.
And maybe it just rains in this region more too, and maybe they've gone green because of
that's not how trees work.
And plant life or something. But not the trees. Sorry, I was jumping back to the pillars and the wood. Yeah, yeah. The trees are more green because of rain.
Oh, you've got to water the plants, and it will stop them dropping their leaves in autumn.
Duh.
Deciduous trees. What fun! And here we see a big snowy landscape. Now, this snowy area, it's pretty damn big, isn't it? This isn't just one small snowy part, and there appears to be, again, maybe some sort of structure off on that, that platform over there.
Oh, you're right.
Seems like a natural formation, but with some sort of structure on top. And, wait for it, if it couldn't get more Breath of the Wild... Whee!
It happened.
Here we have Bravery. Oh, this is I've forgotten the name of the region. It's the I wrote it down.
Starts with an H, right?
Yeah, it's like the Hisuian. Hisui. So Hisuian Bravery, which is a brave bird.
The cool thing with this too is it looks like you'll actually be able to ascend, right? It appears that way. Like you won't just be hovering.
Yeah. That's Rivali's Gale right there. Oh, blimey. No. Yeah, and we get another sweeping shot there, and yeah, it definitely looks like it's a more active flying thing rather than the glider. We don't know that, of course. It could be using like a limited stamina meter or something. Maybe like a green circle that depletes clockwise that would be original, wouldn't it?
And it does look like just looking at the facts here of the way that the trainer is kind of laying in there as well, like in this kind of, it's like they're being carried away on a stretcher. Maybe that does mean that they're expected to be in the air for longer periods of time. I suppose that could be a stretch, but
yeah, I mean that is how like gliders actually support people, from what I understand, or at least loosely.
Okay.
For safety reasons and things like that. Otherwise, you would have to have core muscles of the gods, like Link. Arm muscles. Well, yeah, like Link. Only one thing to note that I can see here, apart from some blue trees or blue-green trees, is off in the distance we see some sort of valley. Two sort of larger pieces of rock with water running between them. Almost like they may be sort of, I don't know, maybe some peaks, and it looks like they're dueling. They're dueling.
It looks a bit like not dueling again.
Peaks. Yeah. But I might be wrong. It might just be the, I don't know, we get a better look at it. We do not. And we see like a basic wooden bridge at the bottom there as well. Another sweeping shot here. Nothing really of note. That bit of like land sticking up at a funny angle, that's pretty groovy.
Yeah, it's a nice curve. I like that.
Yeah, gotta love them curves. And here we see another shot. And I was about to say, I think some structures or something in the background, but we can actually see the Poppin here. You can see
you can.
the trees.
Where do I look? To the right?
On the left tip of the Bravery.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see that there? You can see the trees starting to
Absolutely.
pop in. And that's a lot better than it was before. So that's an improvement. It's a shame that there's pop-in at that level at all, but I can live with that.
Yeah. I really like the waterfall too, by the way. I think that it looks really nice.
Striking, isn't it? It looks really, really nice. And here we see the Basculin evolution, which I believe is called Basculegion. And it is powered up by the souls of the deceased Basculin that didn't make it on their fishy pilgrimage. And you can ride
That's
it.
just one of those stories that you expect to you expect to find in Pokemon, but I didn't expect them to acknowledge it in a trailer like this. That is, that's how it happens.
I do think, I'm not certain, but look at that sort of stone sort of structure on the island there. There's an opening. I reckon that's a cave.
Oh.
Or a shrine or something.
Totally. Gosh.
Oh, blimey.
This could be a real stretch too. I love that the seat, or if you go back just a little bit,
sure.
just to that. So it looks like it looks like you're on a treadmill. It looks like you're on one of those motorbikes that you whatever the ones the stationary bikes. But it also kind of has elements of there's a Pokemon that looks like a swan, and I can't remember what it's
Swanna?
called. Oh yeah, it is Swanna, isn't it?
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that a little bit, but that could just be it's white and looks like it has feathers. I don't think it's feathers, but that's what I took away from that at least.
Maybe it's made from a Swanna. They gutted it.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is a really nice bit here, so we can see them leaping off the waterfall. Basculegion looks a little bit stiff at the moment. I'd like to see slightly better animation on that, but the game's not finished yet, so maybe they'll improve it.
That's true.
If they don't, it's fairly circumstantial. You know what we can just see there? Look at that in the background. That's a boat. That's the boat you saw, my friend.
Oh, it is! Oh my gosh, there it is!
Yep, undeniably.
I can't believe it really is a boat.
Oh, there we go. And we can see what appears to be another rest area in the background as well.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty groovy.
And there's a tower over there that we can climb to learn more about the area we're in.
Is there a tower?
I think if you look to the left of there's that one tree right there. To the right of it a little bit, there's just a little, maybe it's not a tower. Maybe it's just like a flag post or something.
I think that's a banner for the rest area.
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, I see. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it'd be a very small tower. We've not seen any towers yet, so it's definitely not an Ubisoft game. And here we've got a Weirdeer, again, showing you can ride Weirdeer, which is pretty cool. Weirdeer animation's much more refined there. Here we have a Carla with some torches in the background.
Ah, of course, my favorite region.
Everything else is kind of busy. Can't really see anything else there. Did anything else leap out at you?
Not really. I do hope that you're able to. I don't know why you wouldn't, but one of my favorite things in Breath of the Wild was pulling the camera around to the side and still riding forward on your horse. And I hope that you can still do that in this game too. I don't know why you wouldn't, but that's if that's a thing, I appreciate that in this trailer.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to do that as well. Oh, also one very quick thing. Weirdeer here is sort of that's sort of cantering speed-wise. Faster there. So there's definitely going to be some way to travel quicker, more quickly on Weirdeer. So may well be some sort of sprinting mechanic or some sort of stamina meter. But yeah, there's definitely going to be something like that. And you can see actually, I thought it was rain at first, but if you look, you can kind of see some speed, little particle effects.
You're right. Yeah, totally.
So yeah, definitely got to go fast there. And there's slower speed again. And
yeah, that's really hard to see. Good eye.
Thank you. Yeah, we can see the mountain in the background. The more I look at it, the more I think it is Coronet. That seems to make more sense to me. Who knows? Who knows? We can assume for the moment that it is Coronet. Can't really see anything of note here. It's quite a long shot. Not a lot to show for it. Doesn't help that it's quite... here we go. It fades to black as well and everything. Oh, and look! There's something going on at the top of Mount Coronet.
Oh, boy.
Hang on. Is that... What were the colors coming out there? Red, green, and blue. I wonder if that's significant in some way.
I don't remember. What are the colors that are on... It's going to be so hard to start saying Arceus.
Arceus has all sorts of colors. Like, it depends what plate you give them.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I'm going to double check what the default colors are. But I'm fairly certain, no, there's nothing distinctly like that. It's mainly like green, yellow, and white. So,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah. This could be referencing another legendary, of course. We don't know what now, but, you know. Or another triplicate of legendaries. My first thought is Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza.
Oh, sure. I mean, that would fit the color scheme. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
It would, but I mean, it could be circumstantial. It could just be some color. Could be Xerneas.
Sure.
And there's a. Can we go frame by frame there? Let's just. Yeah, there's a weird line that's appearing at the bottom.
Oh yeah, on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah. That's.
I wasn't sure if that was just on my end.
No. It's actually baked into the video and it's not across the whole thing. Maybe an error. Who knows?
Sure.
But yeah, that actually. You know what? I'm starting to think it might be Xerneas because of the whole thing with the tree.
Oh, you're right.
Xerneas, Yveltal, and Zygarde. And they were all about this tree of life thing. And it was in reference to, I want to say Norse mythology, but I'm really not entirely certain. I reckon we could be seeing Xerneas, you know?
I would love that. Xerneas was one of my favorite legendaries from just the games, but I just love me a good deer.
I'm more a Yveltal fan personally, but I know I'm in the minority. But that seems likely. But it does cause some angry Pokemon. Oh, he angry.
Oh, you're right.
That's an Angie Ursaring right there.
He's probably just upset that we put him low on our Pokemon or our top 10 or top 50 bear rankings video.
Maybe. So there's clearly some sort of like rage mechanic or something like that. Pokemon are terrifying creatures, says Laventon. That's his name. Turns out it's not John. And I'm aware that's not the man I named John. Oh no. Yeah, now we see, we got a Luxray here. Definitely being much more active and showing that Pokemon definitely attack you, buddy boy.
Yeah, it's nice to see some like actual attacks happening too, because I feel like we haven't gotten a good glimpse at that too much yet.
Yeah, it's just nice that it's not like cutting away to a battle arena and it's just happening in the world. It's much more interesting in my view.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Moving on, we see more Basculegion riding and an Angie Gyarados. And actually, hang on. It would be interesting to see... We can't actually see them switching, but in the bottom right-hand corner there, you see how we have just 3 Pokemon. I'm wondering if that's your maximum.
It could be. And maybe you're right about that the minus button being a storage device then too, because it does show there's just like 3 little squares, if you want to call them that, within that icon there.
Yeah, the only thing is, I'm just going to scrub really far back for a moment, if that's okay. So let's go all the way back. I believe it was before this when they were fighting the Growlithe. Oh, here we are. Let's just go through. You can see in the bottom left-hand corner, they've got 6 Pokeballs.
Oh, good point.
That kind of suggests 6 Pokemon in your party still.
Can you go back a tiny bit more to see if they show that minus button icon again too, to see if they... Okay, so it is still just 3. So I guess what my thought was maybe it would fill up if you had more Pokemon in your bag or whatever.
Oh, I see. No, it doesn't appear so. Which is
right.
Just means we're going to have to continue guessing. Let's carry on. So yeah, wow, that Ursaring is moving a lot more quickly than the player. That's quite frightening, actually. Oh Lord, he coming. Luxray dealing damage. I do like the damage outline on the screen.
Yeah, I wonder how that's going to affect the overall gameplay as well. Like, are we going to have a health meter or anything like that? Because one thing I really like so far is that the HUD is just, it's not very intrusive.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's going to change as we learn more about the game.
From this outline and everything, it sort of reminds me more of the sort of... It's more of a sort of a Gears of War style thing. So you don't have a health bar per se, but you have this sort of like encroaching thing around the edge. I mean, I know in Gears of War it's in the middle, but, you know, ignore that. And if it gets too much, that's when you black out. But, you know, your health, I presume, will just regenerate naturally if you don't take any damage. So it's kind of, just don't take lots of big hits in a row and you'll be okay.
I like that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, it seems good to me. Jesus. Yeah, you're definitely going to need to use your thing.
That is intense.
Yeah, that looks like they're entering... Yeah, they're throwing their Pokemon out there. And the battle begins. The battle begins. The battle begins. Take that, Rhydon. That Ursaring. Ah, that's interesting. Look at the Ursaring's name. There's a red icon to the left of it.
Oh, yeah.
That, my friend, shows that it's enraged, I reckon.
It's upset about something.
Yep.
We got to figure out why.
Yeah, you got to work it out, boyo. And here we see Crobat attacking a Gyarados. And took a bit of a beating there. Did we see Rhydon taking damage there? Yeah. We see it taking damage from its health bar. Nothing major, but you know.
I think one thing that I really like about these battles too is just how somewhat cinematic it all looks as well. Like that Crobat doesn't look like it's going to survive that Hydro Pump move.
Yeah.
And I feel like you can speak on this matter a lot better than I can, but I feel like that element of that intensity has been sort of missing from Pokemon battles for a while.
Yeah, I think part of the intensity, as silly as it sounds, is the fact that the camera isn't dynamic. It feels much more like you're actually watching something rather than you're watching a TV program. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like there, it's sort of like you're in the fray. You're there watching this happen. And that wild charge, I'm fairly certain that's a new animation. Look at that. Let's go frame by frame for that. So yeah, you see that is not like a stock animation, I don't think.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
Timing looks a bit off on the impact there, but you know, we'll forgive that. But yeah, that's new, buddy boy. And that did quite a lot of damage to that Lucario. It's you know, you can't escape that. Oh, and here we go. Strong style. This is where we see about the different styles. So you can choose for any of your attacks to be either strong style or agile style. And I believe neutral style. Agile style allows you to attack more frequently. Standard is standard. And strong allows you to attack less frequently but do more damage.
Okay, interesting.
I quite like that idea. I don't know how how extensive it's going to be in practicality, like actually fighting. But I like to see that they're trying to add new wrinkles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good to have options for sure.
Yeah.
'Cause some people, you're right, like at the end of the day, some people will find pros and cons between each of them, hopefully. But
yeah. I'm just going to scrub through and see. That's a great ball.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
That's a great ball right there. So we're definitely going to get more variety in balls than... We know we're getting heavy balls. We know we're getting Pokeballs. We now know we're getting great balls.
That's nice. Can't wait for Ultra Balls. They're my favorite.
Yep, Ultra Balls
Please.
and Quick Balls. The overpowered ones. That looks like another great ball to me as well, from what few pixels I can see.
It's got a blue aura.
I was more going with the color of the ball.
That's fair.
And again, there's great balls aplenty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's really apparent there. I almost feel like sort of the like tiny little thing I was looking at before wasn't worth it. They kind of spell it out there. But you know what? It's okay. Whoa, look at the Pokemon. Hang on.
Oh yeah.
These are the Pokemon they've caught, presumably because there's the Gyarados, the Ursaring, and the Luxray.
Yeah, the angry ones. You're right.
I think this is kind of like the Pokemon camp, Pokemon and me kind of thing.
Okay.
So you can get all your Pokemon out, you can just run around with them and go, hey, should we play a game? Would, shake something in their face and make them happy somehow.
I like the idea of playing around with these Pokemon that were so aggressive and hostile towards you, and then just, you know, now they all get to, they get to hang out and sit around you and stare deeply into you like they definitely don't want to attack you or anything, but because now you're friends.
Yeah, that
Life is
Ursaring
good.
is definitely contemplating whether you are friend or dinner.
Yeah.
Moving on, we've got there we go. We've got the
So cute.
Hisuian. I'm never going to be able to pronounce that until I get some more practice in.
Same.
But
I'm not
the
confident
regional,
with saying it.
The regional Growlithe, the Hisuian Growlithe. I think Fluffy Boy is the technical term. That's interesting. You've got your Pokemon to attack a tree there to get some berries out of it.
You're right.
And oh my god, the berries look like actual berries and not just like polygons.
You're right. I wonder if this is like some adaptation of strength or something like that.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, you've been able to shake trees to get berries out for a while. Headbutt was one that would often be used as well to get like certain items out of trees and things like that. So it could be an evolution on that. Whoa! Bravery's diving right there. Watch out. Watch out. Tentacle.
I got a Tentacruel.
Tentacruel.
Right,
I beg your pardon. You're absolutely right. Tentacruel right there. Wee. Oh, and there's Golduck.
Oh my gosh.
So we know Golduck's in the game. Presumably Psyduck as well. That's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, we see another Golduck back there as well. Whoa, there's a Rowlet. Use a Rowlet against a Geodude. And there's a Drapion being very angry.
Is there something back, like maybe the pre-evolution of that, back behind it, if you go back a few frames?
Yeah, Skorupi, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
There's two of them, in fact.
Cool.
Good old Skorupi. There we see, Bonsley's in it as well. We got Water Starter. Oshawott. I've forgotten his name off the top of my head. Gen 5 is a bit of a blank for me. This is when I find out Oshawott was not Gen 5. I'm pretty sure it was. There's Garchomp right there.
Oh, yeah.
Using... Yep. That's a pretty beastly move. Could that be maybe Draco Meteor
so cool.
or something?
I'm so rusty on moves, so I'll leave that in your hands.
Yeah, the I'm not sure it is Draco Meteor because it looks like it's coming out of the ground. But yeah.
Oh, it does. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, apologies to anyone if you can hear anything in the background. One of my cats is outside my door going meow, wanting to come in. Bless. Cyndaquil attacking a Wurmple. Pretty standard stuff. That's just
not nice. Oh, was there something else on the? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking.
That's Nose Pass.
Thank you.
Yeah, I thought there may be something else in the background there that just appears.
Oh!
I mean, there's a cave. There's a cave on the left.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that one's hard to miss. I think that's just a bush of like flowers again. The red thing. Pretty sure that's what it is. That Probopass is angry as well. I've just noticed. Look at those eyes.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
and that mustache.
Is there something in the cave there too, or maybe it's just a nose pass or a Probopass if you go ahead a few frames?
Let's go frame by frame. Ooh, there is
maybe
something
it's just
there.
a nose pass, but
it could be. I think it's most likely to be a nose pass. Yeah, that would be my bet.
The color seems a bit off, but yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. But if it's in the shadow, then the color would be different.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Good point.
Moving on, we've got a Honchkrow attacking a Carnivine. That's pretty cool. I think this is when they start getting rapid, so maybe, yep, let's start going frame by frame again.
Oh, it's the music bird.
Music bird, the Honchkrow.
What his name is. Oh, sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
Oh, this one, you're jumping ahead. Yeah, this is, that's Chatot. It goes, brr, brr,
oh, yeah.
Attacking a Pachirisu. Or the other, no, the Pachirisu's attacking the Chatot. I must correct myself. And interesting that they seem to be... I don't know if it's just compression. No, there's quite a heavy visual effect going on there. The entire screen's blurring and stuff like that. And I like that the black bars only block out most of everything. They're still translucent. That's nice. I like that. Magneton attacking an Apom, and rightly so. It's a much better Pokemon. And Eevee using Swift, by the looks of it, as it happens.
Eevee and Mr. Mime.
Eevee
the best,
and Mr. Mime.
Best duo.
I don't know what that's being used. Maybe Tri-Attack or something? I don't know. Or Psychic. Machoke, not getting angry, but maybe using Bulk Up or something.
Sure.
Oh, Perugly's in it as well. And Gliscor. I'm never sure how to pronounce that one. But
that sounds right.
Bat thing. There, right there.
Magmortar? oh, yeah, yep.
Magmortar there and Tangrowth. Yeah, whoa, we're getting quick cuts now.
Was there
Oh,
Was there a fire in the background too? If you go back by that Magmortar shot,
I can't.
it looks like up on the cliff there on the left. There's like there's something.
I think
raging.
I think that's a bush in the lighting, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Because it's not really moving. That's a bit of a shame.
I see what you mean.
Yeah. Whoa, here we go. So we got Stunky there and Scun Tank over there as well. Got a Krogunk and a Toxicroak and an Onyx as well. Quite a nice bit of variety just in one shot.
Yeah, it's a good shot. You get to see so much in the background too. You know, this shot there kind of proves to me like that the game can still have a lot of like detail still in the backgrounds even with like this many Pokemon on screen too, and that's nice.
Yeah, that's reassuring. And we've got some Bronzor and a Bronzong or a couple of Bronzong, another bridge, another man-made structure. So even though there's a lot of nature here, I think there's going to be definitely bits and bobs of human presence, which is kind of nice. Moving on. Glalie, we've got a Snorunt. We've got I've forgotten the tree one's name. We've got a Bomber Snow and
Snover is the little one.
Yes, Snover, of course. Well done for remembering. Whoa, and there we go again. We got some Spheal. We've got there's the evolution of Spheal as well, which I've forgotten the name of.
I feel like it's like I feel like it just has like the letter O at the end of its name. Something really like
Sphilo. Yeah, it is. It's Cielo. You were pretty spot on.
Close.
No Walrein, as far as I can see, but we can see a Piplup. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. That's not the... I don't think that's the player's Pokemon. No, it's kind of running past it. Whoa! Munchlax, Snorlax, Bidoof.
Good spot. Snorlax, yeah.
And that tree again, where we saw the lights, where I thought it might be Xerneas, that tree is going to have a significant role, I think.
Oh, sure.
And, look out, the tree's having a significant role, and it's faded to black. Well, cut to black. And here we go. None of this is gameplay footage, but maybe there'll be something worth noting here. I don't think there is. This 3D,
is nice. It'd be really
2D.
Cool to see, it'd be cool to see, like, little cutscenes like this just pop up here and there along throughout the game. I feel like this might not be the case, or that might not be the case as the way that this cutscene kind of ends here. But I would like to see, like the player rewarded for doing this or that with little scenes like this.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Mount Coronet. I don't know if that's just the sunset. I don't think it is. I think Mount Coronet is an active volcano.
Oh, sure.
I genuinely can't remember if Coronet is an active volcano in the original, but Mount Fiji was an active volcano. I don't think it is anymore. So that makes sense. And there we go. We fade to Pokemon Legends Arceus. Available Friday, January the 28th, 2022.
Friday, yay. Do you remember when Nintendo games used to release on Sundays?
No.
Ugh.
Not off the top of my head.
Good.
No.
Good.
I didn't used to get games on launch, to be fair, when I was younger. Generally not anyway. Or if I did, it would be like the weekend after, I think.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm glad they launch on Fridays.
But yeah, there we go. That is Pokemon Legends Arceus, the new trailer, the new I suppose whatever the date is. I think it's the 19th today, isn't it?
I think
it's the 18th. Yeah, it's the 18th
of
18th of August trailer. Dissected. Whoa!
There was quite a bit to look at in there. I was surprised. I felt like even though we already did a discussion about this and we've watched the trailer. I guess I kind of watched it twice myself. I thought we had seen everything there was, but yeah, there were still some cool surprises, like that boat. What's up with the boat?
It looked like it may have been like a shipwreck or something. It looked like it had been beached. So yeah, what's going on with that?
Tell us, Pokemon. We need to know now. Everyone's biggest question.
But yeah, so that's everything that we found. Thank you so much for watching. If there's anything else that we missed, please do let us know what it is down in the comments. We are only human at the end of the day, and we do this live for the sake of easy editing, let's not lie. But thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, then why don't you rotate through your different subscribe buttons with the X button And be sure to check out nintendolife.com for all sorts of lovely Nintendo-related content. Thank you again for watching. Bye-bye.
When do I get to be Pikachu? I just want to be Pikachu.
Well, he's in the game. He's on the box.
Oh my gosh.
And there's a